Okay. Hi, guys. We are live. And by we, I mean you guys and me. So say hi if you're here, just so I can make sure that everything's working. If it's working. Okay. It's almost New Year's Eve, which is why I thought I'd dress up a little bit. My shirt is kind of doing a weird thing. But I thought I'd dress up a little bit, you know, because even if you stay home on New Year's Eve, it's kind of fun to wear like some kind of like little fancy outfit. Even if you're staying home and watching movies, maybe it's a good night to like put on the kind of makeup you never put on, maybe, you know, like extra makeup. And so that's what we're gonna be talking about today. I'm gonna be showing you guys some of our cosmetics that are all organic and toxic free. And also it is 25% off site-wide today, site-wide at SuzanneSummers.com with the code NYE25, as in New Year's Eve 25. We're almost at the end of the year. How many of you are glad the year is over? How many of you wish it would last forever? And how many of you had a great Christmas? I want to know about that because I had a really great Christmas, and I think I told you guys that we decided as a group to order Chinese food for Christmas Eve dinner instead of cooking. That's it. I don't know. I think I was right. I think the B team was at work on Christmas Eve at the Chinese food restaurant because I really didn't like it. Daisy's boyfriend loved it, and they went home and he ate all the rest of it. Daisy and I didn't really, but also we ate so much caviar. Not so much caviar, but you know, we had a good dose of caviar. There was one moment when they were both in the kitchen and I don't know if you can still see the Christmas tree. It's lit still. And also, you know what? I was really sick. The last show I did was, I think it was, I don't know, 1 or 2 days before Christmas happened or Christmas Eve. And I got so sick. I slept for 2 days. If I look puffy today, well, 2 reasons why I don't look my best yet is because I have had a terrible sinus cold. And hi, everybody watching. And I've had a terrible sinus cold. And so I'm not looking my greatest. But luckily, I've got all kinds of blush to make me look healthy. I've got all kinds of beautiful eyeshadow palettes to make me look glamorous. And I've also got some bronzing powder in Desert Shimmer. And again, these are all like talc free and there's no weird oils that are used to like compress the powder together. I'll read to you about it a little more. Happy holidays to you guys too. And so again, today, if you're just joining, the code is NYE25 and you can get whatever you want for 25% off today. If you got the gift cards last time we were on, then, you know, it's kind of a good, I don't know. I always think of, you know, everyone has New Year's resolutions. Do you have New Year's resolutions? I'm not sure that I have New Year's resolutions. I mean, I do have New Year's resolutions, but this time it's not really a resolution as much as it's like a, how shall I put it? I'm just making a change because, you know, I've had like 12 pounds that I cannot get off me no matter what. And I know that I've been a little sideways in my eating food that I've been ordering from restaurants and stuff like that. And it's always like, you know, I'm kind of busy and I need to order food. But you know what? During COVID, we could only cook. We didn't order any delivery food. And I lost about 15 pounds during COVID, which is a lot for me because I'm not very tall. You might want to ask Daisy about how tall I am. Anyway, and it was because I cooked all my own food. So I'm going back to cooking all my own food and just being better to myself. And when I don't feel like choking down the vitamins and, you know, doing that kind of stuff, you know, some mornings just don't feel like taking a big handful of vitamins, but I can, you know, and it's so good to start your day with protein, blah, 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 all that stuff. And so I'm just going to be better to myself in those ways. And when I lose the 12 pounds, I'll really model for you. I probably won't wear a bikini, but you know, hey, Nancy Falone King. Hello, Julie McDonald. Hello, Mitzi. And hello, Cynthia. And you like my earrings and necklace? What about my bracelet? Do you like that? I really love this kind of jewelry. Let me show you my necklace up close, because it's like, it's fancy, but it's like it's sort of subtle, you know? I don't want to say subtle diamonds because they're, you know, they're glittery and beautiful, but there's something about this that you could wear every day, or you could wear it for something really fancy. And I just pierced my ears like 5 minutes ago. My ears, when I was about, I don't know, I want to say 10 years old, Suzanne took me to get my ears pierced, you know, like at one of those stores where they pierce your ears. And one of my ears got really infected, and the earring actually, well, not the earring, but like, you know, they put studs in when they pierce your ears. And my ear on one side got infected, and my earlobe got all swollen. Look how red my ears are from piercing them this morning. Anyway, my earlobe was so swollen, I had to go to the doctor and they had to like remove it. And I was like traumatized from then on. This ear stayed pierced for a while. And for a while, I just wore one earring, one long earring, which was kind of cool, like in the early 80s. But I don't do that anymore. I really just don't wear earrings. But today I am, and I did it for you. I took the hit for you. And my ears will probably be red all day. And I think that's why last time I wore earrings, one of them fell out, and during the show. And, you know, that's probably why, is because my ear rejected it. I think I'm just not meant to have pierced ears. So some of the makeup we have today, and there's a whole bunch more makeup on the site, and more stuff is coming soon. But I'm going to put some makeup on with the stuff that I have here. And again, so we have all these beautiful, beautiful blushes. If you don't have this blush, you should get this blush, because there's something really special about this blush. It kind of goes on sheer. All of the makeup products that we have, they don't sit on top of your skin. They go like on your skin. Do you know what I mean? They go like on into your skin. They don't seem to like get really cakey. Now me, once in a while, I go overboard with, you know, too much concealer or too much whatever. Maybe it's powder, maybe it's something else. But I was playing with the makeup yesterday, and I discovered a new thing that I never thought about before. And that is going to be one of our products that we have on the site that is not a cosmetic, but you can use it as a cosmetic. So here are all the blushes. And also, last night I made this, and I was like trying to figure out how to do it. And I finally made this, but then when I printed out all the colors, I printed them out the right way. Now you're looking, this is all mirrored, so like if I read it, it's kind of like backwards. But we have Coral Crush. And this is one that Suzanne really loved. Suzanne loved like an orangey pinky blush, and that's kind of like orangey pinky neutrally blush. And she could really do a lot with her blush. She wore a lot of blush too. Is the blush a cream? The blush is not a cream, but if you're asking what the thing is, if you have cakey makeup, it's not a cream, but it's even better than a cream. And, okay, Honey Glow, I mean, you can see the colors. Honey Glow, this is Berry Pop, and we do have some matching lipsticks to this, but they don't match exactly. They're just like harmonious in the colorway. One of mine is, okay, hold on. I can't read yet. I have to put on my glasses. Let me get through this. Antique Rose. And then this Caramelized Peach. This is a really good one too. And you could really use this as like a little bit of like a contour if you wanted to. So these are all the blushes that we have. Then we have these two fantastic eyeshadow palettes. And you know, Suzanne always looked so great. She could just like swipe on some makeup and it would just look so good. I'm not quite that skilled with my makeup. I'm going to try today, but these are our two eyeshadow palettes. We have the Golden Shimmer palette, which is all, these are both mineral makeups. Again, they're all toxic free and organic. There's no weird chemicals in here. There's no talc. Wait, let me see. Okay, there's no talc. There's no, oh, you guys are all saying Happy New Year and blessings for the new year to each other. That's so sweet. I love that this is such a community. You know, it's a really great thing, and I'm really happy to spend this little time with you before the new year. But the new year will bring some great stuff, and actually we'll be back on January 2nd. But anyway, so this is the shimmer palette, and it's got this like very like hint of shimmer. You can deepen it if you use water in it. And I'm gonna actually, where's my little dirty one? Instead of ruining that, these all come in mirrored compacts. Hold on, like this with the mirror. I just didn't want to like be flashing mirrors in your face, so I broke off all the top so you could just see it and not be, and I wouldn't have to hold it like this. But this is my dirty little palette, and so this is the spun gold. This is probably my perfect. Oops, sorry, that's not the spun gold. I'm holding the wrong palette. I'm gonna just show it to you on here. This is the spun gold. This is a great color. This is like, I know a lot of you love when I like highlight the center of my eyelid right here, like this. I'm gonna just put it on one side just with my fingers. Usually I do it with a little water, but I don't know if you can tell. I might need a little water. Let me get a brush. Hi, Nikki. While I'm preparing this. Yes, and Nancy's saying if you use water with it, it works as an eyeliner. And that is very true. That's why I love this palette, is because you can do so much with it. I mean, really, both of them together are very perfect. Daisy, Karen, is out of town today, but she'll be back. She'll be back. She went on a little trip with her friends, and so I'm here alone. But I'll tell her you said hi if you do say hi, and Happy New Year to you guys. Okay, so where's my little brush? I'm gonna just show you what I do. Actually, you know what? Let me just start with a little something, because my makeup is like really not on yet. So I'm gonna take off a couple rings here because they're too big on me. So I guess I'm doing good on my don't eat a bunch of salt diet so far, which has only been like a day and a half because my rings are falling off. Usually they're too tight. Okay, so usually before I start anything, I like to do skincare, you know, and really everyone should do a little bit of skincare before you put on makeup. Otherwise, it, you know, your skin is the reason why your makeup will look better or worse on you, if you ask me. And if you can get a good, I was talking to one of our friends of the show, Lori, yesterday, and she said the other day I had such a good no makeup day, you know? And when you have a good no makeup day, that means like your skincare is really working for you. You know what I mean? Fran, I miss her too. And thanks for joining, even though she's not here. Okay, so I'm putting on some of our Ageless Serum. This is what I put on underneath my makeup all the time. Oh, and by the way, anyone who watched our last show with all the fortunes from all the fortune cookies from me and my friends over the years that I've collected, Daisy and I, for one of my presents for Christmas, my really big present, was Daisy helped me organize my bathroom. And my bathroom is kind of a big room, and it has some big cabinets in it. So as a result, everything is just goes into the cabinets and goes into the cabinets, and you know, things get lost in the back of the cabinet. It now looks like a store in my bathroom. It looks all perfect and beautiful, and so that was a great gift. And I'm not even done yet. Anyway, so the Ageless Serum, I put it on, I smooth it on my skin, and the Ageless Serum, if you are looking for like a very all-purpose moisturizer, this is a serum and you know, it's a moisturizer also. It's just really good, and it goes on really thin. And I've been using the sleep mask every single night, and my skin is absolutely glowing, Tracy says. That's cool. You know what I use every night, and I brought this down too, because I just brought down some of the stuff out of my bathroom that I love. And one of the things I love from the brand, because it's 25% off today again with the code NYE25 at SuzanneSummers.com, is the Manuka Honey Facial Mask. I love this. I put on a serum underneath it, and Donna would love a tour of the cabinets. She just did hers. You know, I don't know. Maybe Maybe. Anyway, what I do is I put on a serum. This is at nighttime. I cleanse and exfoliate or not exfoliate. Sometimes I just use a rough washcloth. I do that every day actually, but sometimes I also exfoliate because I once read when I was much younger that if you use like a cheap washcloth and just like, you know, rub around with it, that it exfoliates your face. And well, it does because it's not a big puffy washcloth. So if your skin can take it, and the more you do it, the more your skin can take, it's a good way to like keep things as fresh as possible. Then I put on some serum, and then I put on the Manuka Honey Facial Mask. And now I know I talk about this stuff all the time, but if you haven't tried it, this mask is a mask that is made of Manuka honey, which is a humectant, which comes only, Manuka honey only comes from New Zealand. It's prized for so many of its properties: antimicrobial, antibacterial, soothing, moisturizing, all this stuff. I don't have all the sheets today, but you just put it on your skin. And this is like a really thin mask. This is not a mask that turns into clay on your skin and turns into like a hard thing that you can't wait to get off. And those masks are great, and we have masks like that. But this Manuka Honey Facial Mask, underrated. I don't know. You just put it on and look at this. It's just thin like this. It never hardens. It just like kind of dries, and it like holds the serum in overnight. So when you wake up in the morning, you wake up, I mean, at least me, I wake up in the morning and I say, holy moly, I look really good. One time I even forgot to rinse my face off. I looked so good. And then I started putting makeup on it. I don't know how I forgot to rinse my face off, but I did. And I started putting the makeup on. I was like, wow, I'm poreless. And then I realized I had the mask on, but it looked pretty good. I don't know that that is a thing to do, but you know, you could. Now, I don't have the concealer here, so I'm just going to put a little of my other concealer here because we're kind of out of the color that I use. I think we still have the medium dark concealer on the website, but I had to kind of like go elsewhere to get some concealer until we get ours back, which I think is coming back soon. And Alicia says, I think Ageless Serum helps shrink the wrinkles, especially eyes. Yeah, and you know what? I think I brought down my eye cream because normally I also will like pat it. Oh yeah, I did. You know me, I'm a little disorganized, guys, but I'm here. So what I do is, I'm gonna read to you while I talk about this. Okay, time for me to get some new eye cream. Okay, this is called the Anti-Aging Eye Cream. Crème Anti-Aging Contour des Yeux, if you're a French person. Okay, so all you do, you can use this twice a day. You can even, if you don't have our lip wrinkle cream, which is great, and I've been really using that a lot, you can also use this on your lip wrinkles. But what you do is you just take a little tiny bit of it like that, and you tap it around your eyes like that. Yeah, see, like my face is like a little red and funky looking from being sick, a little puffy. Okay, and hold on. And Fran says she loves the sheet masks, are wonderful. Those are fun. And she loves that there's extra serum in the packages that last you a few days. Yeah. If you love sheet masks are a great way to just like take, like, you can do housework or whatever while you're wearing them or whatever you do, make phone calls, do emails. But I love to just like, when I'm doing a thing like that, like a mask, I like to relax for some reason. I feel like, I don't know, it's a time for me to be quiet and just, you know, lay back and like do a little self-care, a little bit of thinking about things I want to do. Okay, oopsie, I'm all red on the face. So like you can see, I'm like kind of red right there. I'm going to try and tone it down a little. I'm putting a little concealer under my eyes. And like normally it's really hard. It's really hard to get rid of shadows on your face. Do you know what I mean? Like if you have under eye hollows like me, I've developed this ridge under my eye like about a year and a half ago. And my doctor says it's that my upper cheek up here holds fluid. So I have to eat no salt, which is probably impossible for me. So I try and like only like put the concealer up to the ridge, but also my face is red today. So it's a little bit of a dilemma for me. I'm just going to put on some concealer. And as you know, our concealer is fantastic. It does not settle into fine lines and wrinkles. And, you know, Suzanne always put on her concealer with her fingers. Concealer is not only used to conceal things. And I'm going to tell you why. It's because, you know, when you see like how people look, or even like how babies look sometimes, and you see where the light bounces off their face, you know what I mean? It's like, it's used to light those areas, you know, to like bring out the recesses that you want to, like, or if you have like nasolabial folds. My face is a little red today, actually. Not a good thing. And I do not have our foundation here. I normally use the foundation in the shade Honey. I think it's called Honey. And Suzanne also used that. And Fran, you say, I kind of doubt it. They haven't mentioned that for a very long time. Do we still have our service that connects the doctors online? I don't think so. I think that ended. But you know what? Life Extension, if you go onto the homepage of the website, huge difference with eye bags, eye cream, and serum. Yeah. I'm sorry, I missed your name. I love to say who's saying it. Lori Taylor says huge difference. Everyone loves the eye cream. This is another great thing. For 25% off today with the code NYE25, the anti-aging eye cream. Not to be missed. This is a must-have for anyone. Even if you don't have eye wrinkles, if you're young like Daisy, or someone who, you know, is like hasn't, I am a real human. Why do you say that, Rebecca? Because I keep on talking. Anyway, if you, anyone in your life can use this, no matter what age. And sure, it says eye cream on it, but if you just gave it to someone and said, just like put this around your eyes, it gives you a fresher, dewy appearance. And especially like the under eye area for all of us is like kind of, you know, it's a delicate area. The skin is really thin. And, you know, you have to take care of it as much as you can, because especially when you put on makeup, and like what I like to do after I put on concealer, actually I think I need a little here. And sometimes I put on concealer after. I might get caked up today. I might get a little caked up today. Do any of you guys have big New Year's Eve plans, or are you staying home and doing a nice little cozy night at home? Anyone? I think I'm invited to have dinner at my friend's house, but I think I might stay home. I'm not a good New Year's Eve person. As much as I love to drink and be with my friends, New Year's Eve scares me, kind of. Like, I feel like there's, even if you have a car service, I feel like there's a lot of drunk drivers and stuff. And by the way, I'm having my cocktail of the season. Hold on, let me fix my straw. Have any of you tried doing your black cherry balsamic from the website in sparkling water with a splash of grenadine? What do you think? It's kind of like, you know, if you don't drink soda, it's kind of like a great, cool way to make your own kind of soda. The one I made today is a little bit terrible, but it's still refreshing. I made pomegranate, but I only had grapefruit sparkling water. So it's a little like, the tastes don't mix. But when I poured the pomegranate in, I didn't know that that's all I had. Okay, so once you have your concealer on, staying home, and we'll try to stay awake. I never stay awake. I'm always like, can I just go to sleep? Nancy will be in my pajamas on her couch, and she's never cared for New Year's Eve. Me neither. Even as a teenager, I never cared for New Year's Eve. And I know like Daisy loves New Year's Eve and all the kids love New Year's Eve, but like, I don't know. There's something about it that I don't love. Okay, so now putting a little loose powder. We have, I don't know if we have the loose powder on the website. We have pressed powder and loose powder. I'm not sure what's in stock. I only have these compacts here. Okay, so I kind of like push it into my stuff, and then I just brush off the excess. Cindy says, yes, we like to stay home and be safe on New Year's Eve. We play Yahtzee and eat homemade menudo and tamales. I really wanted to make tamales for Christmas. Daisy doesn't eat corn. So many people make tamales for Christmas, and I love tamales. There's a farmer's market by my house, and there's a guy who makes tamales every Sunday, fresh tamales, and they're so good. They're so good. But I have no one to eat them with. And also I'm trying to be good, and I want to just make a whole bunch of stuff out of vegetables. Like I always cook meats, and I'm always making a stew or a slow cook or something, because I love to have that around, and it's always just ready to go, and it's always yummy. I mean, I don't think anyone can go wrong making something in a slow cooker. It's pretty tough to do that. And by the way, on the website with the 25% off today, with the code NYE25, you can get some of our sea salt rubs. We have Tuscan, we have Provençal, and we have Southwest. And those are really good. Carol, if you go to the life extension, like if you go to the homepage of SuzanneSummers.com and scroll down until you see the life extension thing, and then click through on that, and I believe that they have a thing where they will send like a, if you're looking for hormones in particular and anti-aging, I think they have a thing where they will send you like all the lab tests that they would like to get, and you bring it to your doctor, and your doctor will prescribe it to you and put all those tests on it. And then once it's done, you send it back to Life Extension, because they're really, the guy who owns and founded Life Extension, he is like a genius about all this stuff. He really knows his stuff, and he is kind of like, he was a trailblazer in anti-aging. His name is Bill Falloon, and his wife's name is Debbie, and they're fantastic people, and you can send it back. So check on Life Extension. And okay, hold on, got some questions here. Nancy says, I think that's where you can find the doctors, and yeah. And Sonia says, Leslie, do you wear the liquid makeup as part of your regular routine? I do not. I do not often wear foundation, but when I do wear foundation, and this is the little trick I wanted to show you, because even like now, hold on, I'm going to put on the bronzing powder. I'm going to show you this little thing that I do. Here's the bronzing powder. It's called Desert Shimmer. Really great color because it's not too dark, not too light. It really works for every skin tone. Okay, so thank you all for the New Year's wishes. And also, you know, sometimes it's hard to put makeup on this, because strangely, Instagram and Facebook both have different views. So one's more zoomed in, one's more zoomed out, one's darker, one's lighter. Like the screens actually go dark. So if I look crazy, repeat to me again and again so I don't miss the comment that I look crazy. Because I feel like what I'm seeing on Facebook is that I look a little pale. Would anyone agree with that fact? Do I need more bronzing powder? Or on Instagram, do I look really, really tanned? That's the weird thing. Okay, hold on. Let's see. What do you say? I like to do these shows alone. I used to get a little scared, but now I'm fine. Rosemary stays home for New Year's and eats pozole and drinks sparkling cider. Pozole. The first time I ever had pozole. Oh, okay. There was one other vacation. We've gone on 3 family vacations. And this was before the kids were born. And Bruce, I think, was just like starting to live together with Caroline. So it was Bruce and Caroline, me and my friend Bridget, and my dad and Suzanne. We went to Santa Fe, New Mexico. And that was the first time I had pozole. And actually everything in New Mexico, all the food there is so good. It's so good, and the place is so inspiring to me. I mean, there's so much art there and so much history, and Suzanne would collect, like old, like antique Indian clothes and like, you know, hang them on the wall and in frames and stuff, and also little baby Native American moccasins. And she also collected all the kids, all of the grandchildren's shoes, all their little shoes, and kept those all in a basket at the house also. Oh, did my earring fall? No, it didn't fall off. April, thank you. I did have a very Merry Christmas, and I hope you guys did too. Did you get any really good presents? My greatest present was, well, actually 2 presents. Zane, Daisy's boyfriend, gave me the gift of taking all of my old home movies of Daisy from when she was little that are all on like 5 different formats of like mini videotapes and getting them digitized for me. So that is a cool present because I've always been afraid to send them away, but you know what? They're just sitting in a box, all of them together. So Stay home and have shrimp cocktail. That sounds fun. That sounds fun. Nancy says, we haven't seen Bridget in years. Bridget, my friend Bridget, she got a great present. She and her husband recently bought a home in La Quinta, which is out in the desert near Palm Springs, and it's on a golf course. Her husband got her a golf cart and a puppy. The puppy is so cute. The golf cart is so cute too. She's so cute in the golf cart with her puppy. I can't wait to go. Bridget, if you're watching, we're gonna have cocktails, golf carting, and puppy time. That sounds fun, right? I love driving around in golf carts. My dad used to joke that I always wanted to have a golf cart and crutches, and I do. I do. And Donna says this pajama color is perfect for my skin. You know what? This was Suzanne's favorite color. I must have made her probably more dresses in this color than any other dress in the color in the universe. I really made her so many kind of like this, like kind of like nudie, rosy, like, you know, whatever this color is called. We called it the nude color. Hers, actually I made hers a little teeny bit darker, but like so many. Sometimes we made doubles because she loved a dress so much that like she would wear it so much that it wore out. And she really went to a lot of places. She had a lot of dress up clothes. I mean, she still does. Okay, back to how did I pierce my ears? Janet, I just pushed and pushed and pushed through the little dimple in my ear where it was formerly pierced. Wait, you can buy her necklace? You might be able to soon. Would you guys like a necklace like this? Let's talk about jewelry for a second, by the way. Let's talk about jewelry and what kind of jewelry you guys would like to have. Because I feel like this is a kind of necklace, like I said earlier, that you could wear every day if you wanted to. You could wear it to work. You can wear it with a collared shirt. You can wear it with, you know, off the shoulder with an evening look or a t-shirt or whatever. It's kind of like, you know, it's not so like, here I am with my giant rock, which I love that jewelry too. And I know a lot of you do too. And, you know, same with this bracelet, even though it's a little bit wider than, you know, a normal bracelet, it's just, there's something airy about it and kind of like elegant and beautiful. And when we made this was like modeled, this whole set was modeled after a diamond set that Suzanne has that, you see how I talk about her in the present tense? It's because I really feel like she's always with me. Like I really do. And I'm really happy I do, because that's what I wanted if I wasn't going to be able to have her with me. Anyway, there's a jewelry brand that she really loved that makes this kind of like lacy, delicate jewelry. And, you know, yeah, it could be worn dressy too. Exactly, Fran. So what do you guys think about this? And also talk to me, especially, like I will go back. I watched one of our shows the other day, and I normally don't get a chance to like watch everything, but I was sick, and so I just couldn't do anything. But yeah, this is a great set. This is like the kind of set that like, even if you have like a granddaughter or a daughter, they might be like, could I borrow that to wear to my something? You know what I mean? And I could wear this every day. I would wear this every day, this necklace. And I could wear these earrings every day because they're very, you know, they're airy. There's air and there's twinkle from it, but it's not like a big giant rock on your chest. Because back in the day, a lot of the jewelry that we made was like very like super bling. And you know, I wear a lot of those big rocks. And also look at this cute ring. It's a little diamond daisy. Isn't that cute? Anyway, I'm going back to the eyeshadow now. Okay. And do you guys love gold or silver better? I'm going back to read your comments. What kind of pajamas? Somebody wrote to me and said they were going to send me their dream pajama set. I haven't seen that photo, or maybe it didn't come through, but I asked for it. So if you're watching, send me your dream pajama set. I'd love to see it. Okay. And okay, here we go. I'm going to take a little bit of water and I'm going to put it in the spun gold to really highlight my center, whatever it's called, the center of my eyelid. Okay, so I have a little ramekin of water here. This little thing. If I was being gross, I'd just use my tongue. Or not really being gross, but if I didn't have a choice, and I was in a pinch, I might just lick it a lot. Ralph Lauren's fashion show model, sensational chandelier earrings. I love those too. Those are a tough wear for every day. For me, I feel. Suzanne always loved a long, thin earring. Like she would wear like, 4-inch long earrings, but like long, skinny ones. Those are really pretty, I think. Because those are easy to wear. They're not heavy. A lot of women, there's an operation you can get where they like reduce your earlobes if you've been wearing earrings all your life. Luckily, well, I just have big ears, but if I wore earrings all my life, my ears would be down to here. Patty, yes, you're correct. We sold jewelry on HSN years ago, and we did develop this set for HSN, but we didn't sell tons of them, and I feel like we could do this again. Okay, light pink velvet swing dress. I love all your guys' suggestions. Like all the time whenever I'm doing a show, even if I'm not asking about it, just let me know because I will go back. I'm going to go back and read I do go back and read most of the comments, even if I don't watch the whole show again, but I do read. Okay, so I'm putting this spun gold on the center of my eyelid, and I'm gonna like build it up and build it up because again, this is like a really pale shimmer. I should swatch this for you on my hand so you can see. Okay, but can you see? It's kind of hard because I'm sitting in front of a light and one of the screens is dark. I don't think it's working, but you know what? If you go on the SuzanneSummers.com website, you can see all the colors as they are. And I'll hold it up again. So spun gold, this is the Golden Shimmer palette. These are great. It's not sparkly, it's shimmery. It just gives a little shine and you can build it and build it like everything in the brand, whether it's the foundation or the concealer, even the lipsticks, you can like put them on sheer, you can put them on dark. Speaking of skincare before makeup, I'm putting on my Manuka Honey lip gloss. Now I call this a lip oil. This is a cute trick also. I'm really going back and forth. One day this is only like my 3rd show alone. And so I'll get used to it more and get into the groove. But again, it's only my 3rd time alone, I'm pretty sure. And one time was because I got into a huge fight with Daisy right before the show and she stormed out. Anyway, that was kind of rude of her. Okay, you know what you can do with these blushes is sometimes, this is kind of a cool way, and a lot of people have been doing this, I've seen lately, is they take their blush after they put their lip oil on, and I think I'm going to use, Honey Glow. They take a little blush in their brush, and it's kind of a good way to like kind of like blur your lip line. Hold on, this is a long comment. Suzanne used to wear a periwinkle hooded sweater blouse. I would like a top like that color. Oh, you know what? I just got a hooded periwinkle scarf. Okay, I love that color. She loved that color. And also that's a color that looks good on everyone. Okay, this seems weird to put blush on your lips after you put on a little lip oil, but look, you could probably even just have one blush and use it for your whole makeup routine. And maybe I should try that. I don't know. I'm gonna show you the palettes. But I'm kind of like a no makeup or like a no lipstick kind of a person. And so I use lip liner, but I really like, I'm just like not big on lipstick. And I think it's because my lips are so big and it's just a lot for me for some reason. Anyway, these are the blushes, 25% off today with the code NYE25. And this is a good time to be new year, new you, kind of, get all your ducks in a row and, be good for the new year. And we can all do it together. And I will try to, like a lot of times when we have shows, I try and you know, make little treats that I wouldn't normally make, like pigs in a blanket and stuff like that. Lori Taylor, you're saying I'm doing an amazing job. Thank you. Okay, and you love the hooded tops, right? Okay. Okay. Yeah, and you know what? Marie says she uses her blush as a shadow and it works great. Okay, I'm just gonna build up my little center lid shimmer because sometimes that's all you need. Like if you're doing a no makeup look and you just like need a little like a glow in the center of your eyelid and a little mascara, a little bronzing powder maybe, and then just like call it a day. Nancy says she's done that with the blush because she's not a lipstick person either, and it's very natural looking, but gives volume and dimension. It does, look. I have a little lip liner on already because I don't know, I feel weird without it. Okay, where's my water? Let me get back to this little water thing, okay? Again, oopsie, wrong. I have so many palettes here because I brought down mine. I didn't want to sully the new ones, but I already did, so. Okay, I'm using the Spun Gold. And I showed you the swatch on my hand, but it's really difficult to see. So I'm just gonna get a little more water and dip it in. And you don't really have to like do it in a certain place. You know, like sometimes when I use like water on an eyeshadow palette, I have to use it like in one little corner. This just like dries in fine. So just know that you don't have to like watch out where you put it unless you really want to. Okay, so the great thing about this little shimmer in the center of the lid is you get this little dimension. It just like kind of, can you see? Okay, has anyone tried that? What? I have the SS mascara, just ordered one of those C-Curl lash curlers. Curling your lashes is important. Don't underestimate the power of curling your lashes. It really does open up your eye. In fact, I did some bad things while I was sick. I put on makeup, then I fell asleep, and then I like, but you know what? I was wearing mostly this makeup and I didn't look terrible. Okay, I'm gonna just like curl this lash. I like to, when I curl my lashes, I like to like walk it up so that, I like to walk the curler up. So I get the base and then I kind of like slowly go up a little bit. Can you see this eye looks more open? I know I have red eyes, but I was sick. Okay, everyone likes the idea of periwinkle. I have to find the perfect periwinkle fabric. Until we get to like full volume with this clothing brand, I really have to find existing fabric. I can't choose my own fabrics and stuff like that in my own colors. But I hope to one day. If you guys keep supporting it, then that is what will happen. And then we can get all the stuff. Okay, now I have my little shimmer on the center of my lid. And I mean, I could like keep on putting shimmer on all day long. You know what I mean? I could just like keep on, even like put the powder on top of that, on top of the water version. Okay, so now I'm gonna show you what I do with the, you can see the difference. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know. And I'm sorry, Instagram, it's so hard to read the comments on here. It's so dark. Okay. Rebecca has been using Maybelline clear mascara and lash curler, but she switched to the Suzanne mascara. That's probably a good idea. You know, I mean, I think a lot of mascaras have glue in them, which is probably not good for your eyes. You know what I mean? And the Suzanne mascara, what I love about it is that it's so fine. Like you can like do it as light or as dramatic as you want to, like coat by coat, and your eyes don't get all like, you know, clumpy. You know, and I mean, some people love the clumpy look in their eyeshadow. It's not really like my look, or sorry, in their mascara. I'm sick. I realized that when you get sick and you have like snot in your head, it really affects your thinking, like actually. Love the design of the necklace and bracelet. Is it your collection? This is something that Suzanne and I did back in the day, but I feel like this is a bring back. This actually, I feel, is made for today more than it was made for when we made it. if that makes sense. Do you know what I mean? And also, we're closer up. Sometimes, like when we would do home shopping, everyone loved all that big jewelry. And yes, that's totally a look, and I love it. Suzanne loved it. But sometimes you want something that's a little more subtle, and I'm able to actually like get right up in the camera and show it to you like on me and not on chicken soup and lots of water. That's true. Is this kind of jewelry where it's like you can wear this and you could even like wear another like a chain or a charm necklace, or even there's so much stuff. And I really, you know, I need not direction from you guys, but I want to know, like, what kind of jewelry do you like to wear every day? What kind of stuff do you like reach for again and again? You know, besides like maybe your wedding ring or whatever. Okay, so now I'm going to use the Neutrals palette. Okay, the Neutrals palette has this, let me tell you what the colors are. Cocoa, charcoal, flesh, and ivory. I'm just gonna call it pink, yellow, brown, and black. Because, you know, what was wrong with me? Did you have that head junk? Yeah, I did. I was like, all like, just stuffed up and terrible. And looked terrible too. Still getting back to normal, but you know, better every day. Okay, so I'm going to first take the Neutrals palette. I'm going to use like a combination of the banana and the pink. It's not really banana, it's just yellowish. And I'm going to get the center of my eyes. And also one of these days we'll have a really good display thing so we can really show everything at the same time. I would love, you know what I would love to have is like kind of like shelves behind me, like it's a store, like an apothecary kind of thing with all of the products. So like if I'm talking about makeup and I say, oh, and by the way, if you use this and this, I can just grab it. And then you can see like the whole breadth of the line, because there's so much stuff at our offices in Los Angeles. We used to have like a whole conference room with everything in it. But now we're using that for something else. Okay, so I'm getting the inside of my eyes here. And this is a good way. This is also another place. This might look weird. This is also another place on the inner eye. This is a place where I also love to do shimmer. And I'm sorry, I'll get better at doing makeup tutorials. But little by little, you'll see what's happening. Hey, Lori. I see you watching. Happy holidays. Okay, I'm gonna take the gold, the spun gold again. Sorry, I forgot about this part. Because sometimes, you know, you do finishing touches on makeup and you don't do it until the end. But I should really show you while I'm using the spun gold from the shimmer palette is to put it into the inner eye right here. This is a really good place. Think about babies again, how like their eyes look like all lit up. And then I'm not done yet. And then you can even go like halfway in. You know how babies have a little fat under their eyes? You could even go, I know my eyes are so red. All right. Okay, now just so that I don't look completely weird, I'm just gonna, now that I've curled my eyelashes, I can kind of see where the lashes are gonna go. I'm gonna take the charcoal and I'm going to just do a little flick on the side, just for now, just so that I can just like look a little prettier while I'm doing this. Okay, so right before you get to the corner edge of your eye, just like go out and up and then back down. Look how small this is. Okay, it's just a tiny little triangle. It's longer on the top edge, and this edge, don't do it right on the edge of your eye because your eyelashes are gonna go past that. Just do it right before the very edge of your eyelashes stops. And this mirror is down, it's hard to. Okay, so if you can see, do you see a difference between this eye and this eye? Okay, I think we might have a little lag, but you probably do, because I do. Okay? Okay, I have like silver jewelry. Would I consider making some nice things that have a lace design? Well, that, like this, so I feel like this is like a lacy design. But you know what? Always you can like message me on Facebook, on my Facebook page or on my Instagram. and I will, sometimes it takes me a few days to get to it, but you can always message me and show me what you're talking about, because I love to see, you know? Have I ever seen the 2018 movie, The Love Witch? You should, for all the colors in her apothecary. You know what? My hairdresser's very good friend from art school, he went to Cal Arts, where Daisy also went, and where Anna Biller, the director of Love Witch, the movie, also went. Who said that to me? Oh, there aren't more makeup brushes today? You know what? I would love to have, where did that comment go? Rebecca, man, blah, blah. Rebecca, okay. Well, aren't you a hipster film knower? Yeah, that girl, Anna Biller, who directed it, is really a very talented woman. And she is, I think she's just finishing editing on a new film. And she really has a specific genre. You know, I think that like with all kinds of artists, whether you're a painter or, you know, even a chef in a way, or an artist, like, you know, an illustrator or a clothing designer, there's like a certain signature that can be recognized throughout all your work. And I think that Anna Biller has that. Speaking of directors, I mean, there's a lot of directors that have that. All the great directors that you've heard of, they do have that. Okay, now I'm going to mix the brown and the pink together to make like a lighter, warmer brown. And I'm going to like just do a little thing because well, you'll see. I'm just going to like lift my eyes a little bit. I'm going to lift my eyes a little bit, and I'm mixing the brown and the pink together. Okay, and a little of the yellow. Either one works. And I'm just gonna go right inside of this wingy thing that I just made. And I'm going to go up again right here and just like make a little lifting right to the crease. It's really hard to, my mirror is so low. And this is like really faint. I don't know, can you see that? Leslie, did you design the jewelry you are wearing? Yes, with Suzanne. Okay, now we're going again. Brown, pink, and yellow mixed together. These three. Okay, hold on, let me just tap it off a little bit. And I'm just like making this. You know, and I thought I'd like get a little dressed up for Christmas Eve. And if you are at home for Christmas Eve, put on a cute little pajama set, put on a little makeup and a piece of jewelry, you know? Even if you go to sleep at 9 o'clock, if you're on Pacific time, I mean, or even Eastern time, it's always like New Year's Eve somewhere, right? What's the earliest we can go to bed? Why am I not seeing comments on Instagram? It's so weird. Come on, comments. All right, well, I'm sorry, Instagram. I don't know what's going on here, but it looks like people are watching. Okay, so Cindy says, are you using an eye brush to, oh, sorry, I should show you the brush I'm using. I'm using this brush, which is like a little, like, it's kind of like a, how do I show it? A little flat brush. It's like a small brush, but any brush that you like, you could use a brush like this, which is like a flat, you know, a really flat brush. Whatever brush works for you to do this, I think is like, you know, like this is, I'm now using the flat brush. And so, can I make jewelry design I'm wearing today available again? That's why I'm wearing it today, because I think we should. I pulled it out for today, and I feel like this could be a good, another piece to add to your collections. Isn't it fun to be able to like put on some jewelry that you have in your house that you don't have to worry? Okay, Leslie, I need new eyeshadow brushes. That's on my wish list. Also, while we're here, I don't know, why is this not, come on. While we're here, tell me what's on your wish list of things that you would want. It sounds like a lot of you want brushes, and I think that if we had like a really great professional brush set, especially with new makeup coming, also like other different kinds of makeup, that I think a really great brush set that lasts a long time, that you can like, you know, care for it and like, you know, keep it for a long time, that would be a really great thing. And also, do you guys like bracelets better or necklaces? Do you like to have a set, or do you rather have the, because I bought extra necklaces, especially in the silver of the legacy necklace. But really, I sold out of all the gold and I sold out of all the bracelets, but I bought the most in the silver. Tracy says, when you have time, Leslie, I know you're busy, but could you make some organic vegan makeup brushes? I think that our brushes were cruelty-free, organic. I don't know if they were organic. I don't know. But if they're, I don't know. That's not my department. But yes, I mean, all of that stuff is great. You know, as long as it's cruelty-free for me, I feel like, you know, no one got hurt in the making of something, then I feel okay. I don't really know what a vegan brush is. I don't know if that means that it's like a synthetic thing. So anyway, I'm gonna keep on with this brown. Keep on getting too much brown on here and not enough. I like to mix. And I would say that if we were ever going to like add a color, like maybe a warm brown in here would be nice, and also like a cool brown, you know? Okay, now I'm going to do this. I'm going to start from my inner edge of my nose. Look what I'm doing. This is a really key trick. And whenever I do my makeup like this, you guys always say, oh, your makeup looks so good. So here's the reason why. I have little tiny eyes, as you can see. They're even tinier and redder today than normal. So I look like a little rabbit. But what I do is instead of, you know, sometimes they say just do the crease, and maybe at the end of the show I'll do the whole lower eye, because like that's how Suzanne used to wear her makeup. But also Suzanne had more round eyes than I do. I have like little tiny rabbit eyes. So anyway, I'm gonna do this. I go above the crease right here. I go from my inner nose right here, and I go up above the crease. If you can see, like the crease of my eye is right here, and I'm going above it and then back down to that little thing that I just made on the side. And by doing that, for me, and I can go down my nose, you really have to like mix your colors a lot. Like I sometimes end up with like my palette ends up being like all one big mushy color in the middle, which is like kind of like this brown color. But then I can, you know, dig in and get the lighter colors. Classy boho bags. I am dying to find a great bag manufacturer. I am dying to find a great bag manufacturer. If any of you guys are bag manufacturers, and you know, I try and make things accessible, and there's certain things that I would love to do, but you know, they start to get expensive, especially when we're doing small quantities. So, you know, I want things to be affordable, and like I want you to be able to buy everything if you want everything, you know, and not be like, oh, that's too expensive for me. Sure, if we do cashmere, if we do wools, if we do, you know, silk, stuff like that. I mean, listen, silk is like $26 a yard just to buy it, and it's not even as wide as regular fabric. So, you know, we have to like take all of those things into account. $26 a yard wholesale. So most of the clothes that we make, you know, they take quite a bit of yardage, because I like the clothes to flow. And also, in the past, when we've done like really form-fitting clothes, they haven't really been successful. People will order them, but like, you know, I try and make clothes that look good on everyone. And there isn't anybody who doesn't like, you know, I mean, I shouldn't say that. But I mean, you guys loved Le Top, for example. And that was like kind of like a wide, roomy top, but it was like the right length, and you know, and the right coziness and all that kind of stuff. And wouldn't it be fabulous in cashmere? Yes. But you know what? That top felt like cashmere. Okay. Yes. Thank you, Fran. I am self-conscious about my ears, and also my ears are like, do you want to see my ears really quick? They're huge. Like, have you ever seen Suzanne without her bangs on? Ever? Maybe once in your life? Once I showed you guys my ears. Here's now it's 3 times. I'm very self-conscious about my ears. I'm just like, you know, everyone has their little weird thing. You know, I already came on this morning with 0 makeup on. That was pretty good of me. Okay, but look, I'm getting to look a little bit better. Am I not? I think it's looking a little bit better. Okay, and so this was so easy to do, even though I was talking the whole time. And what time is it? 12:30. Oh, wow, it's already been an hour. Oh my God. Okay, hold on. Let me tell you guys what the deal is again today. In case I cannot read any comments on Instagram today. I can only see who's joining and no comments for some reason. Oh, no, Nurse Susan Elizabeth says, looks great. Okay, now I can see them all of a sudden. Okay, the code today is NYE25 at SuzanneSummers.com. 25% off site-wide, whatever you want. Get your vitamins for the year. You know, get your like January stuff, get your gut renew, just get all that stuff because it will be so. Do we have the black drops on the website? Yeah, I think so. I think so. Okay, get your lip balm. Here's another little trick I like to do is, I already did this, but take one of your lip balms. You can get a set of lip balms. Tracy says, would love to wear bangs to cover my wrinkles, but it doesn't look good. I know. You know what? I have clip-on bangs, and I was thinking about wearing them today. They don't really match my hair, but they don't really look good on me. You know? You just gotta do what you gotta do. You can take your lip balm and use it as eyebrow wax to hold your eyebrows in place. Should I keep going into evening makeup? I know I'm like, I didn't realize it was already an hour. I'm really yapping and yapping. Okay. Are we good? Oh, thank you, Kim. I can answer your questions. Yeah, the black drops are great. I've been like doing all my stuff now. Even though while I was sick, all I wanted to do was like, you know, eat bad food and, you know, comfort food and stuff like that. So again, look at all these blushes that we have. These are fantastic. Daisy's out of town. I love the black drops too. The black drops are so easy to take. They're so easy to take because they don't taste like anything. And you just like pop it into anything. Heidi says, please keep going. Mimi, yes. Okay, Fran, I'm gonna keep on going. But you guys, don't forget to buy your stuff. I'm gonna show you again what I have today, and then I will put on more evening makeup. Thank you, Elizabeth. Okay, so the shimmer palette. These two together, you can do anything with your makeup. Like you absolutely can, you know? New foundations. All I know is that new foundations are coming. That's gonna be the first thing that comes. Hi, Ann Peterson. Happy New Year to you too. The foundation, what I heard is the first thing that is coming. Here's what I'm dying for. I'm dying for lip liner. Do you guys love lip liner? Let's do a little lip liner. I know we don't have any, but I think, oh, I want to show you this thing. I have a little lip liner on, but I want to show you this little fun trick. Any of you here have a downturned mouth? Anyone watching have a downturned mouth like me? Antique mauve lipstick coming back. Do you mean antique rose? If antique rose, I think we have antique rose. I don't think we ever had antique mauve. Maybe we did, but I've never, yeah, right? Right, Kim? About the lip balm to use to keep your eyebrows up? I don't know about you guys, but like I have like one little area right here that just like always comes down. So I just comb it up. You guys are making me feel better. I was feeling a little sickly this morning. And now I feel a little bit better. Okay. Yes, a nice lip liner, right? Yeah, like put in all your wish list things today, you know? Because I like to know about what you want for makeup. And I feel like you really want a lot of makeup, you know? And anything in skincare you feel like you want to see. This is like a good thing. Okay, so look. Here's what my mouth looks like normally. It's just like downturned and very like wide for my face. So this is what I learned that you can even do, even if you don't have a downturned mouth, or if you have a wide mouth that's not downturned, you put a little concealer. Hold Hold on, I need a little more. I need a little more lip balm. Okay, sorry to use my... Oh, hold on. I have it here. I got a little... Maybe I put too much blush on my lips. Hold on. Let's start over. Okay. Ah! No. Okay. See, Leslie, now you know how we feel better when we hang out with you. Oh, you're so sweet. You guys, I love you guys. I love you guys so much. Okay, so here, I'm gonna just do this last trick because I don't know, I might get in trouble for being on for too long. I don't know. But I'm gonna put on my glasses so I can read at the same time with the big smudge. Hold on. Love an eyebrow, anything. Yeah, wouldn't it be great? You know what, I have this eyebrow thing because you know how sometimes eyebrow pencils can get a little waxy looking, or you know what, when sometimes you get the wrong color, and like, you know, I'll be with one of my girlfriends and we might go somewhere for lunch and I'll be like, God, she's got like red wax on her eyebrow. And I know she doesn't know she's putting like a rust colored eyebrow pencil on. It probably looks great in her bathroom, but you know, she could use something a little different. And I find that pencils, and like I use like, you know, drugstore pencils, but I also found this thing on Amazon that's like, it's like a little felt tip pen that has like two little like tiny brushes, and so you could like just like draw the hairs on, which is kind of cool. And it's like very like taupey. I think most people don't have dark red eyebrows. Okay, here we go. Okay, I'm going like in this direction. And I'm kind of concealing the side of my mouth. See, like this side looks a little shorter on this side. I should wear glasses. Okay, there. Now I'm gonna put a little on this side to shorten this side. Then brown eyeshadow for your eyeliner because you're, yeah, you know what? I think the brown, and that's what I was saying, like sometimes a warm brown, you want a warm brown, like I always mix a warm brown for this palette, but I could use a warm brown in here and a cool brown, like a cool taupey brown. Okay, anyway, now I put that on. I'm gonna take a little loose powder just to set it. Yeah, I feel much better now. Thanks, you guys. Okay. Yeah, brown eyeshadow with the brush for your eyebrows is good. No, I didn't take over for Caroline. Caroline resigned. I just do shows. I don't do anything else at the company but do shows and develop fashion and jewelry. So I know a lot of you were misled or like misunderstood what exactly happened. I don't even know what led to whatever happened, but also, you know what? Sometimes change is good and it's hard to get used to change, and we can't avoid it. But I think there's some really great things on the horizon coming, and I personally am very, very excited about it. Okay, I'm gonna take a lip liner. I am using a lip liner that's pretty close to my lip color. In general, it's a little darker. And I'm overlining. And I'm only going to the edge, like where I concealed to. And I'm overlining here. And it might look all crazy on camera. But you know, if you see me looking crazy at the end of the year, everyone looks crazy at the end of the year. Hi, Rebecca, thank you. I miss Suzanne's washcloths also. I could use those. My dad has some at his house. Okay, then when I do the bottom, ugh, what is happening? Why do I have a crust in my mouth? Excuse me, you guys, that's gross. And if I've had this the whole show, I really apologize. You know what? I didn't use my lip scrub. And I've been sick, so that's probably why. I just wiped off half my concealer. Underline right here. And then go back up. And then color in the part you overlined. I overline a lot. just because I have like a big space in between here and here. Rebecca Maybell, you're looking crazy over there. Nothing wrong with looking crazy. Okay, then I like kind of like put little lines. And then I go back with concealer, blonde eyebrow gel in a tube with a wand, like a mascara tube. That's what Nancy uses for her eyebrows. That's a good idea, you know? But like, wouldn't it be great if we had one that was like totally toxic free? I love having all, like if I could just have all my stuff be one brand. That's what I love about all my skincare. Oh, I forgot to show you a very important trick that I don't think anyone has really done before. Okay? Prepare to be amazed. Okay, and then I'm gonna go and clean my house, which is a huge mess. Okay, what does this person say? This person says, change is always going to happen. We don't like it sometimes. At the end of the day, it does all work out for the best. Nobody likes change, you know? I'm sorry you don't think I'm classy Lisa Oliver, but you know what? You don't have to watch. You know, if you don't approve. Okay. Also, I take the bronzing powder and like kind of just, I have a long face, so you can like contour like that. You can also shorten your long forehead if you have a long forehead like me, and kind of shade the top of it. A new leopard headband. I don't know about that. That's not my department. I don't do the headband ordering, but I will ask Jill. Jill is in charge of all the headbands, I'm pretty sure. Okay, and now, lastly, I didn't even put any blush on my cheeks. I'm gonna use Coral Crush in honor of our fearless leader who taught all of us so much about everything, Suzanne. Okay, when I put on blush, see my face is red today. I'm still like not well. But when I put on blush, I really only like put it on up here. Suzanne would wear her blush like really like on the apple of her cheek, but I might look weird like that. It might like accentuate my under eye hollow. So I just put it up here. You do you, you know? And also you can put it across the bridge of your nose. You know, there's so much stuff you can do with blush. But here's the thing. Here's what I wanted to show you. And here's another one of my supers. I have so many things I didn't even show you yet. I'm really like talking up a storm today. The Golden Bronze Shimmer. This stuff. This is a great... Oh, I'm not listening to the negative comment. I don't care. You know, if you don't have haters, who are you anyway, right? Okay. This is a great little highlight for the cheeks. Now, some people might not be able to, like I have a lot of powder on my face right now with my other makeup. Now, this is what I'm going to apply. So I just put a little bit of this on the back of my hand. Now, this is like all concentrated. This isn't what it looks like on. And I don't know what someone said, but whatever. Thanks for fighting for me, Nancy. And yeah, Suzanne wouldn't want any of you saying disparaging comments about anyone. And you know, I know a lot of people have gotten blocked in the past, but I'm not going to block you. I don't care. I don't care. Talk away. Talk away. Okay, I'm going to take the Ageless Mist. Now, the Ageless Mist you can always use if your makeup gets cakey looking. Like, I feel like I need a little Ageless Mist on my face. And I know this sounds weird, and you can spray it into your sponge. Always use a sponge. Sponges are also a great tool. And when you pat, I don't know if you can see, if I was looking a little, I wasn't looking cakey, but you know, I have a powder on. Okay. Anyway, you can like pat on the Ageless Mist or spray it on, and it's almost like, for me, it's a setting spray. Like, Ageless Mist is not an oily thing. So then, if I want to add a little of the shimmer, and I'm just like, my face is a little powdery, I spray a little of the Ageless Mist on my hand with the bronze shimmer, mix it around, and use it as a little highlighter. And I'll do this again one day and you can even like put a little bit like on the top of your lips, like that. And one last thing, while I'm thinking of it, with the with the neutrals palette is you can also take the light color, the pink or the white or both together, as I like to do, and highlight your brow bone. Next time I do a makeup tutorial, I'll be a little more collected and do it in order. But I mean, you guys see me every week, so you kind of get the idea of what's happening here. Anyway, and maybe one day we can do a show where we're talking about something else, but I'm just putting on makeup without talking about it at the same time. Anyway, I love you guys. Happy New Year. I wish all of you good health and wealth and abundance and happiness for 2026, and I hope you wish it for me too. And let's just keep on keeping on, being our cool selves, okay? I love you guys, and I will read your comments afterwards. Mwah. Happy New Year.